Comes Sebastian Vettel. He's neck and neck with Lewis Hamilton. Vettel is alongside and ahead.
Look at that! How's that? A colossally that's backside. Is the opportunity inside of the
Hamilton's going to try again. This time on the inside and comes an inside.
Oh my goodness, this is fantastic!
Round 6 of the TOTL Sprint Series takes our drivers to the home of Formula 1 at Silverstone. Featuring plenty of high-speed corners and a wealth of overtaking opportunities, the iconic track often plays host to close racing. More often than not, a fast lap can make all of the difference during a race, so let's see how to send it around Silverstone as quickly as possible. Starting the lap at full throttle down the newly named Hamilton Straight. Position the car onto the outside curb and sling it into Abbey. The inside curb can be trimmed if you're looking for the ultimate lap time, but Farm follows quickly and is easily flat for a modern F1 car. Shortly afterwards is the first in a triple complex of corners known as Arena. Stamp on the brakes, shift into third gear, and swing the car into the first corner. Make sure to avoid the sausage curb so that the car remains settled. Squirt the throttle a little bit before braking into turn 4. Get tight to the inside curb before running out wide and heading up through the gears towards turn 5, which is another corner taken at full throttle. Open the DRS and make your way down the Wellington Straight before arriving at Brooklands. There's plenty of inside curb to use at Brooklands, so do not be afraid to make the most of it. Shorten the corner. A slight dab on the throttle before turning into Luffield will ensure you maintain a relatively high apex speed. You can either stay tight to the inside or take more of a V angle to the corner, which involves positioning the car in the middle of the track and turning it in a way that allows you to stamp on the gas as early as possible. So you can choose whichever line you feel is best for you. Woodcut is easily flat, as is the old start-finish line. And then you've got the minerals that you need at Copse. It's a full throttle corner, but only if you're very careful. Before entering the right-hander, put the tyres left on the curb and make sure to minimise the angle of entry. If the car does go loose, do not be afraid to ease off the throttle to avoid a huge accident, because any crash that you have at Copse is bound to be a big one. Up next is easily the best combination of corners on the entire track, and in my opinion, maybe even in the entire calendar. Lick the stamp and send it into Maggots before a slight touch on the brakes and change to 5th for Beckett's. The outside curb on corner exit is surprisingly forgiving, so don't be afraid to get close to the grass. Chapel is another easy flat corner, as is the Hangar Straight. Don't be afraid to use DRS, just gun it as best you can. Perhaps the best overtaking opportunity on the entire lap is up next. Featuring a very wide runoff, it's easy to have some great wheel-to-wheel action at Stowe. For the fast lap, move the car over to the left-hand side, and after dropping the car into 5th, apply the power as quickly as you can through the apex towards Vale. It may look like a slow-speed corner coming up, but it is actually very easy to carry plenty of speed. Keep the car in 4th and slowly apply the throttle on the exit before Club, the final corner of the lap. The finish line comes up very early on the straight, so get close to the pit wall to shave off an extra few milliseconds, and then just keep it going. That's been a lap of Silverstone, one of my personal favourite tracks and a fan favourite in the Sprint Series. It won the vote for the track list by quite a long way, so hopefully we have some fun watching and racing it on Sunday at 8 PM BST. Join us next week as we go all the way across the globe to Singapore, and we'll get to see the second of the street circuits in our TOTL Spring Sprint Series.
Here comes Sebastian Vettel. He's neck and neck with Lewis Hamilton. Vettel is alongside and ahead.
Look at that! How's that? A colossally that's backside. Is the opportunity inside of the
Hamilton's going to try again. This time on the inside and comes an inside.
Oh my